Al, it is time for us to come to the end of the road.
There it is.
I think this time though we can let go.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha. This is the final episode.
It is the final
It is the final
episode.
episode. This is episode 197. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady
Hello.
And we are discussing episode 193 or episode 26, the series finale of Inuyasha and Inuyasha the Final Act. It's called Toward Tomorrow.
The last thing that was Inuyasha involved at all.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The last thing with Inuyasha in the title.
Yeah. And nothing happened after this.
So yeah, we begin with a recap. No opening this week because it is the finale episode. And then it's back into Inuyasha fighting some demons, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna make you stay in here forever, like with Kagome. Hee hee ha ha. That's what we do." Shippo, Moroku, and Sango were just chilling where the well used to be, and just hoping they come back.
Mm-hmm.
They're sad.
Oh.
Inuyasha spies Midoriko fighting alongside as well. She's fighting the demons. They're like, yeah, she's stuck here as well forever fighting us, and that's what's gonna happen to you. And then a big spider web appears, and then Naraku's head's there, and he's like, how is he alive? He's like, well, he's not, but if Kagome gives in, he's gonna come back to life, and you're gonna have to fight him in the Shikon Jewel forever and ever. And he's like, ugh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
I don't want to do that. He yells at Kagome to not make any wishes. And the Shikon Jewel's like, hey, do you want to see Inuyasha again? Huh? You wish for that? You wish to see Inuyasha again? Huh?
You wanna make that wish?
Kagome remembers of Kikyo's wish and of Onigumo's wish, and she's like, oh well, clearly this is the jewel's not gonna give me any wish that's true or not. That's a lie. And then she also remembers her grandpa telling her that there's only one wish that will cause the Shikon Jewel to disappear and be purified.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm not gonna make a wish. He's gonna come for me. And then we come back to the demons in Inuyasha, and they're like, haha, you idiot. You just made things worse. Now she has hope. She's gonna make a wish now. You fool. Ha 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 ha. Inuyasha yells for her again, and they're like, we're not gonna let you hear her. So he fights through again, and then basically does a loop, and ends up back at the spider web, and he's like, oh crap. Stinky. And then through the power of Kagome being like, I'm not making a wish, there's a pink glow. And then a line starts forming, and then the Tetsaiga turns into the Mado Tetsaiga, and he's like, are you telling me where to cut? It's like, no, dude. It's just giving you a big line for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. It's like a suggestion of the cut on this line, and he's just like, do I need to read the instructions? What's happening
I don't
here?
get this. He does that and then goes through the Mado that appears, and then he's right there with Kagome, and they do a smooch.
A smooch.
A schmooch.
Whoa.
And then
hot stuff.
Kagome wishes for the jewel to vanish forever, and it blows up, and then everything's fine. Midoriko stops her battle and puts her sword away. He's like, all right, cool. Naraku wakes up and is like, a warm light. And then that's it for the jewel. Yippee. And now it's time for a time skip.
3 years later.
Ren's pulling Kaede along. She's like, there's a baby about to be born. Come on.
We gotta get the baby.
And Kaede's like, where's the master of the house? Ren's like, well, he had work to do. And they pass the well. It's back.
It's back.
Moroku's taking care of some demon mission stuff. He places 3 charms on a door, and then a demon comes out, and Inuyasha beats it, and they're like, yay. And then Inuyasha's afterwards like, you were really ripping them people off, weren't you?
You hosed them.
And Moroku's like, look, I got a lot of expenses now. Come on.
I got mouths to feed.
And
Um,
Inuyasha's like, all right, well, we gotta get going. That baby's popping out any time now.
I do like that he puts three of them on there. They're like, oh, they use three?
Oh no!
Is that necessary? It's really funny.
It's really good.
I mean, he's always been a scammer, so like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he's just
Not
continuing
wrong.
to scam.
They get back there and a baby has been born. It is a boy, and Kaede and Rin are bathing it and wrapping it up so Songo can hold the baby. And Moroku's like, "Hello, how's everyone doing?" And Songo's like, "Look, you have a boy." He's like, "Yippee!"
Yay!
Along with his twin daughters. They've been getting it on in the last 3 years.
Yeah, they've been busy.
They've beat Daraku and they're like, all right, it's time.
I mean, I'm not surprised,
No, of course not.
but also like, yeah, they've been busy.
We cut to night where Songo's in bed with the kids and Moroku has to sleep outside of the bed because there's no room for him.
He's just on the ground.
He's just on the ground, just laying there like, they're just chit-chatting. And they bring up about Kagome not coming back, and Moroku's like, yeah, Inuyasha doesn't talk about it, but here's what happened. 3 days later, the well came back with a pillar of light, and only Inuyasha showed up, and they're like, well, that's stinky. And he only said that Kagome was back in her world, and she was safe, and that there were people that cared for her, and he knows she'll be okay, but he's kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the twins knock off the blanket, and he's like, I gotta tuck him back in. We go to Kagome where she's graduating high school. Everyone's real happy about it. They all got accepted to university. Well, 3 of them are going to use that opportunity. One of them's not.
Right.
Kagome reflects back on what happened as well, where the well returned back in the present as well, with her and Inuyasha coming back, and then as soon as she came out to hug her mom, Inuyasha got sucked back down the well and vanished, and now she can't see him anymore.
He just elevator down.
So she's sad as well.
Womp womp.
Inuyasha and Kaede are just chit-chatting, and then Shippo comes back. He is now 7th senior rank from the Fox Demon exam. He's
Yay!
like, yay! And he's like, Inuyasha, you keep checking the well every 3 days? And Kaede's like, wow, that's pretty good. And then Inuyasha just yeets Shippo into the stratosphere.
I forget what he said, but it was so funny.
It's real sunny up here.
It's real sunny up here, something like that. And it was like, oh my God.
Kaede's basically just like, well, hopefully, Kagome doesn't have to deal with any more of this nonsense anymore, and she's good. Kagome, meanwhile, is just chilling at the well, just reminiscing and thinking and just being like, why doesn't it work anymore? What could have happened? And she's like, I wish I could see Inuyasha again. And then a breeze comes through the well. And then her mom shows up like, hey, are you good?
Hey, you good?
You good?
How you doing, daughter?
And Kagome is like, mom. And she's like, I understand. I understand you're going back in time to where everything's going to be worse.
Honestly, like, I feel like she and her mom should have had a longer conversation.
Maybe they've had that longer conversation over the past 3 years.
Maybe, you're right, but also like
that is also doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. I don't know, like I feel like some I've said it before. You've heard me say it. I think it makes more sense for him to come this direction than her go that direction.
Well, yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to do a sequel series later.
What sequel series? And they still go to the modern era in the sequel series.
Oh, well, that's just, you know. Anyways.
The daughters all go to the modern era.
Whoops. We go back to the feudal era where Moroku and Songo are hanging out the laundry. Moroku's got the twins on him. Songo's backpacking the boy. And then eventually the twins go to Inuyasha and just bully him about his ears. Like, dog.
Doggy, doggy.
he's like, ah. And then Inuyasha's like, hey, go slay the fox. And then they go jump on Shippo. Shippo's like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, we slayed the fox. And then he rushes to the well, Inuyasha does, because he remembers a scent. A scent's coming out of it. And he holds his hand out. And oh my god, it's Kagome. She's out of the well. She's back.
Ooh,
She's
and then
here.
She floats.
And then she just hangs there because Inuyasha's got that nice core strength.
Oh, right.
The others show up and they're like, hey, it's Kagome. What up? And Kagome probably has to think like, hang on,
they've been busy.
There's a couple more people here. Well, hang on a second.
Whoa.
And then we basically get kind of like a
montage
of what everyone else is doing and everything. Hojo has a new lady in his life.
He's got a new lady friend.
Which apparently this is an underclassman who was hitting on him earlier in the series, which sure, that could have happened. I have no idea.
I don't remember that.
Sota is in junior high and his friends are like, hey, heard your sister's hot.
Which is so weird to say.
And he's just like, well, she got married and after high school moved away. And they're like, whoa, okay.
That was fast.
And then we see Grandpa and Mom and the cat, and they're just doing their thing still.
Grandpa's got uric acid, apparently.
Yep. Shippo's continuing to leave the village every now and then to go to do the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Moroku and Sango, got their family.
Mm-hmm.
Kohaku is becoming a stronger demon slayer. He has Kirara with him now as well. And Totosai gives him a new weapon.
Right, that's kind of like what he was using when he was possessed.
The bigger sickle.
Yeah.
Scythe thing.
Miyoga
is also hanging out with Totosai.
Yes.
Hey, I'm here too. Koga got married to Ayame.
Yes. And he was getting dunked on.
Yeah, his boys are just like, she's going to keep him on a short leash, am I right?
And he was like, no. And then he gets smooched. He's like, maybe.
Yeah. Kagome is just going full shrine maiden now. She's also learning how to make medicine with Jinenji, who shows back up after 3 bajillion years, and how to do exorcisms from Kaede. And Yasha's like, she's taking her lessons very seriously.
She's being very serious about those.
Rin's living with Kaede.
So she can learn how to live with people.
And then eventually she'll make the decision if she wants to go hang out with Sesshomaru again or not. That's it. Just hang out.
Just hang out, yes.
Yeah. While they're Inuyasha and Kagome are having that conversation about that, Sesshomaru and Jokin fly by, and Jokin's like, hey, it's Kagome! She's back! That's cool! And Sesshomaru just looks over like, And then she yells out, big bro! And Sesshomaru's like, huh? Excuse me?
Cringes.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to be embarrassed, so he's just like, oh, what the f? And also Inuyasha has a weird look on his face as well. He's like, that sounded very weird. Don't do that again, please.
Don't do that, please.
And Jokin's like, that's disrespectful to say to you, Lord Sesshomaru. And Sesshomaru's like, shut up, I will kill you. And then we see Rin got a new present from Sesshomaru, a new kimono.
I wonder what happened to Own.
I'd assume it's still with Sesshomaru. Just probably doing its own thing because Sesshomaru can fly around everywhere and he doesn't need to use On as a thing for Ren to fly.
That's true.
On's just living its own life and then we'll be ready if called again.
Okay.
That's my headcanon.
All right. I like it. He's a noble steed, but he has his own life.
Yeah. And then we end with Inuyasha and Kagome looking over a cliff, and they're just happy.
Yep.
They get to spend time together every day now.
Yep.
The end.
The end.
That's it. They never made a sequel series, according to Al.
Nope, they never did.
And that's how we end Inuyasha.
And Ren and Sesshomaru are just
pals.
Just friends. Nothing weird about that.
We got a couple of notes and differences here before we wrap things up.
All right. Well, we have to give our overall thoughts.
Yes, of course. The title card of this episode is completely different from all the others. It is blue instead of red, with flower patterns instead of the other version, as well as a different music tone.
And a very sad Inuyasha saying the title.
Toward tomorrow.
He was so what's the word I'm looking for?
He was acting.
Subdued.
Yeah. And then right after the epilogue, the ending song for the episode plays of Get in the Club Again. And it's
Yeah.
basically just a recap of like a bunch of the big moments from the final act.
Yeah.
Just re-shown again.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the differences from the manga.
Okay.
The scene in which Inuyasha finally finds Kagome outside the jewel and they kiss is featured in the anime only. It was never... In the manga, they were never shown kissing.
Oh, that's disappointing.
In the manga, although it is not directly explained, it's obvious that Naraku's wish made Midoroku's spirit to dissolve forever. I don't know if that's that obvious.
No.
But maybe, I guess it is in the manga. Just like Inuyasha's attack at that point of light destroyed forever Naraku and the demons.
Cool.
And Koga and Ayame's wedding happens in the anime only, as Ayame doesn't appear in the manga.
Correct.
So there you go. It is done and over with. I mean, there's a next button on this page. I could click it. It says episode 1.
Nope.
First episode title, Inuyasha Since Then. Huh? No, I'm good. I'm good.
Nope. Yeah, nothing happened after this. This was it. This was the end. Final act was that was it.
We're done. We're finished
done.
Inuyasha.
We have.
It took us 5 years. We started this journey on a very interesting date in 2021.
Sure did.
And now in 2026, we have finished. I mean, obviously, as you all know, we have done some deviations here and there.
Interludes.
So it didn't take us like fully 5 years to do that, but
yeah, since
the start of us doing this has been 5 years, and now we have come to the end of Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm. So I am somebody who has experience with Inuyasha, and you are somebody who had very little experience with Inuyasha.
Correct.
I think the beginning of Inuyasha aged very well.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I also think it drags on too long.
I would also agree with that.
Naraku gets really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's like spinning the wheel for a while there, and that may have just been because like we're running out of manga, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
The final act still felt like not super satisfying. I don't know. I think one of my biggest complaints, and I have said this before, is that like I feel like it's really unfair to expect Kagome to go back to the past. I understand that like narratively it makes sense because those are the characters we've been spending time with, those are the characters we care about, blah 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 blah. But like it's just kind of bad to be like, well, this girl has to give up her entire life to like go be with a dude.
I think you explained it well when we were watching it. Though, like Kagome has like her family and her friends and all that sort of stuff from the modern era and everything. And Inuyasha, despite the fact he has his friends there, everything, but he doesn't have like any. I mean, he has a brother.
His brother hates him.
I know. I'm just saying like that. He does have one family tie, but it's not like it's great or anything. So like, it would make more sense for him to go to the modern era rather than her to come back.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like it's asking her to give up so much.
A lot more than what he would have to give up.
Right. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. And it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Genre of this.
True.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Shonen. That's what I'm looking for. It that part of it feels very like male driven, even though it's got a lady writer.
Sure.
Anyway, that's just my opinion. I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah,
of
like
the
a
whole
lot of
series as a whole.
Yeah, like I definitely agree with the things you said and everything. Like there are definitely parts of this show that were really good. Like I think, like you said, like those opening parts were really good and captivating. It just, again, it's just something that it drags on a lot. Like man, like the the middle section of this show was
Oh, it
it
drags.
was a lot. I mean, there was also like, a ton of filler we had to get through and all that sort of stuff as well, which probably doesn't help it.
Right.
But I think even if you cut out a lot of that filler, like it would still probably feel like it's dragging here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a lot of the Naraku stuff in the latter half of the series, which just feels like it just goes on and on and on and on forever.
Mm-hmm.
And like we talked about a little bit last week, where like they really build up Naraku as this like unbeatable villain and everything throughout this series, and then he just goes down with a wet fart by the end of it. It's just like,
Yep.
this isn't really that satisfying.
No.
It's kind of just that.
My other my other thought on this is that like the love triangle is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's pointless, it's useless, it's ridiculous. Like I'm entirely too old for that nonsense. I also like when I was younger, it was like Kagome and Inuyasha, I love them. And then like as I got older, it was like, nah, man, like Saga and Moroku, they're way better.
They have a complete arc.
They have a complete arc, and like by the end, they very much are like ride or die for each other, and like have complete trust. And like even though he's sometimes a little like they get each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the sequel series didn't mess with that at all or anything. I promise. I mean, wait,
Hmm.
there's that doesn't exist.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the highlights of the show was the Moroku Sango stuff, because it just felt like such a breath of fresh air compared to all the Inuyasha, Kagome, Kikyo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, oh, here's an actual like relationship that
Builds.
builds and like is healthy.
They talk to each other.
They communicate. It's just like, wow, why can you do it with this and not the other?
Yeah, it's
um,
kind of annoying.
yeah, so that part was good and everything, and like, there's a lot of good characters in the show as well that were fun. Like, I really like the Sesshomaru arc, where he starts off as just a real bad dude, and then by the end of it, he is a reluctant ally.
Yeah,
Like, it's a very slow turn for him, slow burn turn. Um,
Silverder.
but it was really satisfying as well to see like how it plays out, and like to see him eventually kind of like soften up and like eventually figure out he needs to work together with Inuyasha and everything, and like all that sort of stuff. Like that was really fun. But yeah, definitely too long.
Yep.
Too long. That'd be my one big complaint, is it's too long, and also Naraku was not a fun villain.
Nope.
But I would say, I think overall, I think I'm glad I have seen this, but
Hmm.
I don't know if I would necessarily be like, I would want to go watch this again.
I would watch like the first. I'm trying to think of how many arcs I would rewatch again. I don't even remember the arcs now, and my brain's pudding. Uh, um, I'd say I'd safely watch maybe like the first 40 episodes or something again and be like, all right, this is fine. But then after that, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, whew, it really did drag after a while, and
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I just think that the Inuyasha Kikyo stuff is just so terribly uninteresting.
Yeah.
And Kikyo herself was so terribly uninteresting.
Yep.
Apparently she's better in the manga, but like, mm, she wasn't in the anime.
Yeah. Well, well. We're done.
Oh,
Goodbye,
but
Inuyasha.
one last thing.
One last thing.
I still think that Inuyasha has some of the best openings and endings of any anime. They're so good.
Yeah, like.
No, not that one. Not that one. Not
What
that
do you
one.
mean? That's the
Not
one we
that one.
heard.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Hmm.
No, no, no. Do you think that was actually what was playing there, or do you think that was something else?
Well, it doesn't say there was like anything else besides the opening and ending that played at the end of the episode. So I guess that was probably just that.
Wow.
Because that was just basically instrumental music for the show, and that was kind of it until they had to use it for all the licensing snafus.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
I was just curious.
No, yeah, I was also curious as well, but it seems like it was just they used the final act opening for the end, and then the final ending for the recap of everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Goodbye, Inuyasha.
Goodbye, Inuyasha. I saw your manga stuff at an exhibit yesterday, and that was cool.
Cool.
It was cool.
Well, Al, now we gotta watch something else.
Uh-huh, we do. We are embarking on a new journey.
I think we should watch something that's has a little fewer episodes in it.
Not that many fewer.
But still fewer.
Not wrong, but still not that many fewer.
Well, we're gonna take a road that Al has kind of somehow fallen into through me.
Somehow.
Where we have we did an episode where you talked about this show and you basically guessed what happened. Mm-hmm. It was a fun episode.
It was a very fun episode.
We played a video game that told the whole story of one of the parts of the overall series.
Yeah, so I have a general idea.
So you have a general idea. Now we're gonna go into the series that follows that.
Yes. See what those people are up to then.
Yes. I gotta figure out what season is this of our show.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a great question that I need to figure out here real quick, because this is 7, but we've also done other stuff since then.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast app. I don't want you to play. I just want to go to this. Go to here. Go somewhere. There we go. Season. All right, this will be season 10 of Jared and Al Watch. The 10th season. And next time, we'll be starting our journey with a show called Dragon Ball Super.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see what our old pals Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, all the faves. What are they up to?
What are the faves up to? I gotta know.
What are they doing after the defeat of Boo?
What them boys do?
What them boys be doing? So yes, we'll be diving into all of that next time.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Wait, not Z, Super.
But for now, that's gonna do it for us, and it's gonna do it for Inuyasha. Bye bye, Inuyasha.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanycheckup.com or sec.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonalanycheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shining Moment of Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And get support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time as we kick off Dragon Ball Super.
Super.